Yesterday, there was a legitimate question about why Charlie's Rangers ribs are showing. It's a legit question. I wish they weren't. But let's really briefly go into kind of two general guiding principles we have for nutrition here at Fresh Perspective, and what we do to break those principles to try to keep weight on this mare while she's foaling or feeding a foal, lactating, etc. So I believe horses do best running around wild and free and eating primarily forage. That means grass, pasture, hay. They're on 24/7 grass while we've got it. They also have 24/7 access to a good quality hay. We nutrition test our hay. And so we can base the rest of their nutrition off of the forage nutrients that they are getting, and they have free access to that 24/7, whether they're in or out. There is food in front of them. The second kind of guiding principle is, and shoot me if you want, but I would much rather have a horse slightly skinny than overly overweight. I think it's much more healthy for them to be on the thinner side than it is for them to be fat. Now, Charlie's Ranger is a little thinner than I would like her to be. We're working on that. Say good morning to Beagle. Beagle tends to be a little fatter than I would like her to be, but we're doing really well this year. I'm actually pretty happy with her weight at the moment. So how do I break those when it comes to feeding the lactating mare? Everybody else, and actually Charlie's Ranger for the majority of the year, is on an alfalfa-based concentrate twice a day and a protein supplement. Our hay tends to be a little low on protein, and this gives a well-rounded, complete profile of amino acids, so we're not missing anything. That's what everybody generally thrives on, is an alfalfa base and an amino acid supplement, along with vitamin and mineral, but that's very, very minor. Hi, Fiona. So that's what everybody but Bunny is on right now. That's Charlie's Ranger. Very end of her pregnancy, and when we go into lactation, we pour the feed into her. She's still getting her alfalfa base, but we change her to Nutrena Marin Full, which is, thanks Beagle, which is 16% protein, 7% fat, I think. Don't quote me on the numbers. And it's geared toward the lactating mare. She is eating, gosh, I should have done the math for you, but easily 4 times what she normally eats during the year right now while she's feeding the foal. She is also eating as much as she will eat in a sitting. Like, she leaves grain behind in any particular sitting. And that's what we can get in her. She's also eating 3 meals a day instead of 2 like everybody else gets. Do I wish we had more weight on her? Absolutely. However, you can do too much damage by trying to do a good thing. We've also started adding oil to her grain as an additional fat supplement. We've tried other fat supplements over the years. She just won't eat them. I really kind of hate using oil, but it's a way to get more calories in her, and she will consume it, so that's what we do. Not trying to make excuses by any means. It's just facts of life with that mare. She is a thoroughbred. They have a stereotype for running a little skinny. I'm not using that as an excuse. 8 months out of the year, this horse is not skinny by any means, but we really struggle when it comes to feeding the foal. She puts all her calories into the little one, which means you have to be extra careful what you're feeding her, because it's going straight through to baby, and all kinds of nutritional long-term soundness stuff can happen if the baby gets too many calories or the wrong types of calories right when they're young. So are we perfect? I'm sure not. Are we doing the best we can with the knowledge that we have? I'd like to think so. Thank you for questioning. Thank you for asking. Thank you for caring. It's important, and that was a really good question. This has been far from an educational, nutritional lecture, but hopefully it helps answer some of the questions and explains a little bit more why we're doing and I hope it makes you feel a little bit better. I still wish she was fatter. We'll get there. The weight's coming back on already. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.